wanted to show you how to make a kill switch for a lawnmower. The need for this sometimes comes about when you've got an old mower that you want to try to keep running, or that you bought used, or that you've left out in the weather, and the cables for the engine brake and kill switch they've gotten rusted, and you try to lower the bar and the cable holder pops off because it's so rusted. It's very common when you leave these out in the weather. And so what you want is sometimes it's just a way to shut the mower off in a simple way, and the best way to do that is to make a kill switch with the equipment that's on the mower, rather than having to go and buy items. I've made kill switches out of electrical light switch, out of a doorbell, various things like that, but the simplest way to do it is to use the equipment that's already on the mower, just without the cables. And so what I want to do is kind of reverse engineer this to let you know how I got to this, which is the kill switch here, and explain how these work. I'm going to lower the bar and you'll see what happens here. If you see that movement, when you stretch the spring on these, on this type, this spring opens, and then this levers away from the ground, and so that switch now is this mower is going to run, because you've squeezed the handle, the spring is open, and there is no connection between the spark and the ground. When you let go of the brake, see, when I let go of it, then this touches, and the spark then is grounded out, and the motor will quit. And also, this is where the brake is. So you got a two-system switch going on here on all mowers. The spark is taken away, and then the engine brake touches the flywheel. Okay. Now in this case, what all we want to do is just turn it off, just like you turn the key off on your car. You're taking the spark away, and that's all we're going to do with this switch. So there is no engine brake anymore. It's just you're just shutting off the electricity to the motor, and that's what you do with this kill switch. So the way to make this is to take the blower housing cover off, take all this off so you can get to the kill switch, and then you want to install a small spring between this point and this point, so that your mower now is always running. So if you walk up to this mower and pull the cord, it's going to start. And the only time it's not going to run is when you decide to kill it. And you do that by putting a small spring between this point and this point, so you effectively are in the running position now with electricity going to the combustion chamber. And so you're going to stop this mower then by just pulling on the switch that you've made there. So that kills it. And the reason you'd want to do something like this is because you don't want to go out and spend $15 or $20 on a beat up old mower. You just want to be able to mow your grass, and if you see a rock or a stick or something, go over and move it, and not have to come back and hold the brake down and pull the cord. This is the way mowers were made, 40 or 50 years ago. They didn't have kill switches, or engine brakes. They just had kill switches, and that's what you're making here. And this, of course, this should not be used by a child or anything like that, or an old person, on really hilly ground or something where you might fall, because that's the purpose of the engine brake, is that if you let go of it, the mower's going to shut off. Well, this is you're not going to shut off until you turn it off, because you made this little switch right here, and you can just get any little spring around your household. Doesn't have to be anything fancy, just something to hold this back, so that when you're ready to kill it, you kill the spark by moving that. And that's how you make a simple kill switch for your mower. by using the equipment that's on there. Really, it's not going to cost you anything. You can probably find a little spring around your house that'll work.